Viewers Army, we are so proud to announce that we are now sponsored by Don's Photo. We get asked all the time, where do you get your camera gear from? And the truth is, we've gotten a lot of our stuff in the past from Don's Photo. We got our mic packs from Don's Photo, and Don's is going to be helping improve the overall look of the channel. Like you'll notice in this episode, all the beautiful camera slides that are going to be happening during the B-roll and during the dialogue scenes. That's all made possible by Don's Photo hooking us up with this amazing camera slide. A lot of you guys have been asking for more camera angles in the videos, and it just so happens that Don's has a camera ordered for us that we're waiting on right now. So if you're looking to upgrade your video or photography game and you live in Manitoba or Saskatchewan, check out one of these addresses we have right up here. And even if you don't live in Manitoba or Saskatchewan, you can order from their website and they'll ship whatever you need to you, no matter where you are in the world. So whether you guys want to start making paranormal videos yourselves, or you want to do gaming stuff, vlogging, reactions, just hit up Don's for all of your camera needs, and we promise that you'll have a great experience with them because they've been nothing but amazing to us. Once again, guys, we are so pleased to have this sponsorship with Don's, so do what you guys do best. Go show them some love on their Instagram. Go to their website, and like I said, if you're starting up a YouTube channel of their own, they got you. Order from their website, they'll deliver it to you. We'll have all those links in the description. Now let's get into the video. Ancient burial grounds, specifically the burial grounds of the native people of North America, is a trope that has been done in horror so many times to the point where it's almost become a parody of itself. The most famous example of this is, of course, the Amityville Horror. Based on the true story of the Lutz family, who bought the Amityville house years after Ronnie DeFeo murdered his entire family in their sleep. Ronnie claimed that voices inside of the house had told him to do it. The Lutzes had plenty of paranormal activity happening in the house while they were there, and they eventually learned that their house was built upon an ancient burial ground. They eventually left their house without even going back for their possessions. While this classic horror trope is most likely made up for Hollywood movies, we can't help but wonder if there is any truth to this idea at all. Even putting the idea of burial grounds aside, could traditional native land with thousands of years of history still hold energies that linger to this day? This investigation takes us to a house that is built very near one of the most important and most sacred meeting Aboriginal spots in the entire country of Canada. The Forks is the site of ancient Aboriginal settlements that go back at least 6,000 years. Located in modern downtown Winnipeg where the Red River and Assiniboine River meet, it served as a meeting place for Aboriginal tribes for thousands of years. The Cree, Ojibwa, Sioux, Assiniboine, and Anishinaabe have all been known to have passed through this area. We know this because a series of digs were performed at the site between 1989 and 1994, which proved that the ancient Aboriginal people flourished here. During the archaeological dig, they found a large ancient fireplace, catfish bones, bison hunting equipment, ancient tools, and remnants of campsites of these ancient people. The significance of the Forks was noted immediately by Canada's first European settlers that came down from Hudson Bay and discovered the area in 1734. They then set up settlements themselves in the area, while setting up trading posts to initiate trades with the local tribes. The Europeans found that not only was the Forks an ideal transportation route, but it was also rich with food and other resources as well. But unfortunately, with the arrival of the Europeans, came also the arrival of new diseases. Smallpox hit the area and wiped out over half of the native population. About 1,000 of these unfortunate men, women, and children are buried in the Aboriginal graveyard at the Forks, with many more likely to be buried in the surrounding land. The Europeans went about their business despite the epidemic, primarily dealing in the fur trading business until the 1880s when grain production became Western Canada's main industry. Transportation by the waterways also fell by the wayside in favor of the railways, of which Winnipeg is still a main hub to this day. Today, the Forks is considered a National Historic Site of Canada. It features a busy marketplace with gift shops, restaurants. It has a skate park that's brought pro skaters like Tony Hawk and Bam Margera to Winnipeg. And in the winter, it's a popular spot for the people of Winnipeg to go skating on the Red River. Due to the significance of the land, it was also chosen to be the site of the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. However, as pleasant of a place that the Forks might be to visit today, some who live in the area still feel the haunting presence of the ancient people that settled the ground thousands of years ago. Chad is a friend of ours that Johnny met camping at Lilac Resort 3 years ago. Chad's a bachelor, and he's the host of the Have You Met Chad podcast, which is a podcast.
In that moment,
I realized,
how
how can she respond to that? The only thing she could say is, ha 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 ha. That's all. That's pretty much
It's not even, it's not a joke. You sound like you're begging for pussy.
A podcast dedicated to the man's dating experience in modern times. After years of renting, he finally bought his first house, which is only minutes away from the Forks. Chad is not a believer in the paranormal at all, but he did tell us, because of who we are and because we're friends, that strange things did happen in the house very soon after he moved in.
I've been living in a apartment-style condo for the last 10 years. A lot of people around you hear noises and stuff all the time because people play piano above you. People are making noise constantly. This is my first time ever actually owning a house. And I love it, big house. But you're all by yourself. If there's any noises,
Right.
What is it, a bird flying in your window? No, it creeps me out, man.
You never know, especially when you move into a new place, there's all sorts of new sounds you gotta get accustomed to, right?
Is it the furnace going off that you're not accustomed to anything, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you had any sort of prior experience with paranormal stuff?
Zero, no.
Zero. So do you believe in it at all?
I do not.
You don't believe in it at all? Not even a little bit?
I'm an atheist, and atheists are not allowed to believe in anything except rotting in the ground.
Okay, sure.
And worms crawling through your body. It's pretty great.
Okay. Is there any other reason why you would just completely dismiss this idea of ghosts and any sort of paranormal entities?
Yeah, because I've read the Bible and it's complete bull. It contradicts itself constantly. So how do you believe in something that contradicts itself? And that kind of goes one-on-one with paranormal stuff. If I can't see it, I don't believe it. And I feel like when people see ghosts or hear about ghosts, the other day I heard a noise. Guess what? I was also waking up.
Right.
Or when people hear ghosts, they're all tripping on acid or whatever. Or they're never in the middle of the day, I find.
Yeah, it's always at night is what you're saying.
Night or in the morning. Once I woke up and I saw a little boy standing over me, but I just happened to wake up. Why wasn't that boy coming to me in the middle of the day? Happened to be when I was waking up. So your brain's also, I was in dreaming, REM sleep, just coming out of REM sleep too. I don't know, I'm just atheist, straight answer, atheist.
Okay,
yeah.
You just don't believe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the reason why we're here right now is because there was a really weird thing that happened here, right? Did that before we go into the story, did that change your mind at all?
Yeah, I heard this girl said a story. She said she claimed she saw this girl. No one knew who this girl was.
Yeah.
I never saw her. I was also a host for my own party too, so it's kind of biased, but yeah.
And so you kind of downplayed the story, right?
Yeah, I'm having drinks, I'm having a good time. I'm hosting.
Yeah.
It's a housewarming party for all my friends. Trying to show them my new place, right? So, and yeah, downstairs there's a bathroom, and this girl was in the bathroom, and she said she came out saying she saw something in her peripherals, some girl that was there. And then she looked again, it was gone. I mean, I don't believe in ghosts. I'm drinking, having a good time. I kind of wrote that off, no problem. And when she was telling a few of the other girls about what she saw, because she was a bit freaked out, some guy said he thought he saw her description too, and she was like a wallflower in the side of the, didn't really communicate with anyone.
Well,
yeah. And she was like a wallflower in the side of the, didn't really communicate with anyone.
Well,
yeah.
I knew that this was going to be a good night, just seeing the look on Chad's face when the light flickered while we were interviewing him. Because I knew that if we could convince him that what was happening in his house was real, then we might be able to, convert him and, show him that this stuff actually happens. And I knew it was a long shot for that to happen at that moment, but, just seeing how he reacted when the light flickered, it gave me hope that we were gonna have a good night, and we could show him things that he had never seen before. Yeah,
Yeah.
It kind of freaked me out, actually.
when you said that.
Yeah.
Lost my train of thought with that.
Are you freaked out now or what?
You guys are freaking me out a little bit. Yeah, and then this one guy said my friend Dave said he saw the similar description and how she wasn't really talking to anyone. And when people were asking later, because a couple were freaked out, I didn't know who they were talking about. I knew everyone in my own house, so like we went through the checklist and this random vision wasn't part of it.
Right.
But a few people saw it.
You didn't see it, though.
No.
You didn't see this. Okay, you didn't see this mystery girl just hanging out.
If I did, I would have known. I'd be like, who are you here with?
Right.
Like, you're someone's girlfriend, I assume.
Yeah. It was just funny because, like, this girl.
I would have hit on her by this point for sure.
Right.
If I would have seen some girl standing alone, no problem.
Yeah. Chad and the other guests then made their way to investigate the bathroom, and they obviously found nothing. They made light of the situation so to not ruin the vibe of the whole party, and the bathroom ghost just ended up becoming a running joke throughout the night. In the 1 month since this has happened, Chad has said that he has been woken up by strange sounds throughout the night, which he just attributes to not being familiar with his new house yet and the sounds that it makes. He also feels sometimes that he's being watched throughout the house, especially like in the kitchen while he's cooking or something like that, and he just attributes that to his imagination. Chad let us stay in his new house and even assisted us in this investigation to see what we can find.
What's going on here? There you go. Chad?
Yep.
Here, grab here. Put those in your ears. And then, yeah, like we said, anything you hear, you spit it out.
Starting right the second they go in?
Yeah.
As soon as they go in,
yeah.
we're gonna set up the REM pods.
We are here to talk to whatever might be living in this house with Chad. If you're here, can you say hello?
Listening.
Okay.
Listening? Okay.
Well, if you're listening, then can you let us know that you're here? Can you light up one of the REM pods that are nearby?
Will I?
Can you please, or if you can, touch one of the REM pods. Or there's this device over here. It's called a K2 meter. Oh. Can you give us your name? We just want to know who you are.
The lights.
The light. Are you talking about the laser here?
Don't.
We're just trying to figure out
Clear
who...
wave.
Clear wave. If you want, you can walk in front of the light. We'll know that you're here with us.
Mary.
No way.
And Chad doesn't watch the channel.
I'll ask.
What do you want to ask? Did you want to talk to Jordan? Chad is a close friend of mine. As Jordan mentioned, we met at Lilac years ago, and he's just not into the paranormal by any means. We've talked about paranormies several times at Lilac, sitting having drinks, and he's always joked about it, kind of making fun of me for, hunting ghosts. And we've also had a lot of drunk talks about him being an atheist and just kind of his point of view on life in general. And it's very fascinating, but it kind of also means that he has no interest in watching our channel by any means. And it's just another reason why I know he's interested in what I do for a living, but he just doesn't understand it and has no desire to really learn about it until now. So when he was in the sensory deprivation and he said Mary, he had no idea the significance that meant to us and what he was even saying. Later on, after he came out of the session, we joked about it, And I was telling him, you know, what it meant to Jordan and myself, and he just smirked at us thinking we were just bullshitting him to build up, you know, a story and scare him throughout the night, which wasn't the case. But we could tell, you know, in his facial expressions that that's what he was thinking. That's weird. Do you have your stone?
Please. Are you
I do have the stone. If we really are speaking to Mary, you can't be here
right now?
Okay.
So terrifying. Okay. Mary, if you're here, can you make a noise?
No.
Wait, is that a response?
I don't know.
You can't make a noise? What?
No. Now or no? No. Not now.
No, I can't make a noise.
Mary,
Why-
you have to leave. This is...
First of all, you're not allowed in Chad's house.
It's just time.
It's time for what?
You to what? Are you talking to Jordan?
Are you saying it's my time? It's my time for what? I'm not going anywhere.
Serious.
That's all really weird.
Can you
Come
put...
for you.
So it does sound like Mary's here. Is Jordan's stone too far away, and that's why you're here?
Move it.
Move it where? Move it closer?
It's in my pocket.
Okay, so here, give it to me. Let's move it away. Let's just see what happens.
It is in my pocket.
Whoa. Okay, we're gonna move it onto this side of the room, and we'll close the door. We'll move it over to this REM pod.
Okay.
We'll move it to that REM pod.
You said it's okay when you move it over there.
Okay, so we'll move it over there and we'll close this door.
Can we talk now? You can't be here. Oh, okay.
Ending cheaper.
Chad.
Good.
Yeah, shh, come here. Go follow Jordan.
Me?
Yeah. Grab the case here. Take the blindfold off, Chad. So, what you were
Everything-
saying actually made a lot of sense with what we were asking. And then there was a noise. We heard something happen over here. Did you grab the K2, Johnny?
Here, hold this.
Really?
Cool, and let's just like wait here for a second. Yeah. You said, okay, hold on. You said Mary.
You guys are freaking me out. Okay.
You said Mary, right? You
Yeah.
remember saying Mary?
Mm-hmm.
That is the name of my attachment. My demonic attachment.
Oh, okay.
Which
You
is
didn't know
hilarious 'cause
that.
You would never know that.
No.
Because you don't watch our videos.
No.
I know that. So that immediately scared
Demonic
me.
attachment, Mary.
Yeah.
Creepy enough.
So,
She follows you around or what?
yeah, you can say
Great.
that.
Thanks for that. Now she's in my
Okay.
house.
Give
Which
him,
we-
okay, give him the K2.
You want me to hold this?
I'll hold the spirit box, yeah. Give the Chad the K2. And basically, if anything comes close to that, it'll light up. It'll
Okay.
go to either like to orange or like yellow or
You
red.
want me to go in front or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just let us
Get
know
that, let's go in.
if there's any spikes. Okay.
No.
Nothing in the bathroom.
Okay, hang on.
Whoa!
Guys.
Back up a bit. Nothing.
So right in this area, there's something going on right over here. Okay, let me get the Ovilus going. I heard footsteps upstairs too. There's something weird going on right now. It just said the Ovilus just said 70. It's 70.
70?
And it was about 70 years old, this house, right?
Yeah, 70.
45, so coming up to 70 or 80, yeah.
Almost 80, but like
Yeah.
70 something years old.
Yep.
This is weird so far.
Told you my basement was creepy, man.
This is really weird.
I'm curious what's in here.
Crawl space down there.
There's clothes in here.
Clothes?
Clothing.
I've never looked down there.
I don't know, there's a shirt.
What is that?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a kid's shirt.
Incubus. It was really interesting to see Chad's reaction to things because we both knew that he was still very skeptical, and there was a good chance that, you know, he might not even believe it no matter what happened. But you could just see the excitement in his eyes just kind of unfold more and more as he was understanding exactly how the K2 meter worked and how the REM pods worked. And once he started understanding these things, you could see him getting a little bit more creeped out, and you know, Johnny and I knew that he might be opening up to the possibility of the paranormal more and more as the night went on.
Mic pack's good? Good.
Yours is good. Check. Mine's good. Yeah.
I'll say hi.
He literally just said hi as soon as we start filming again.
Okay, hi.
Chad, like, what are your thoughts so far?
You guys are creeping me out, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit.
Are you? Were you expecting?
That's going off.
First of all, I'm not walking in my basement in the dark ever by myself.
Hang on, I'm gonna shut this off and restart it. Oh,
Oh, it stopped. It stopped on its own. Okay. So yeah, what those things are, Chad, are those are REM pods. So basically, yeah, no, that's a K2 meter, but like what's in front of you right now?
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. Hang on, I'll swap you
Yeah.
because you're gonna film him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going off in the other room. You
Okay.
literally have to like touch it like this.
Oh, that's in the other room too.
Yeah. You touch it like
okay,
this.
It's very sensitive.
Can you let go?
It's very sensitive, yeah. So let's go. Let's check this out.
Can you come touch it if you're here?
Thing was just going crazy.
So touch the antenna, Chad.
Right.
There you go. That's all
So it picks
it
up
is.
on.
Just if you go near the antenna.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just picks up.
Yeah.
Heat or whatever.
It like anything near it, like
the touch,
even if
yeah.
you
Yeah,
put your
anything
phone
near it. Oh.
phone near it though, nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if you get close enough with your phone, it'll do it, but your phone signal doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you literally pretty much have to touch that thing.
Yeah. So if anybody's here, can you touch that? You just made it go off before. Could you do it again? And show Chad that you are here? Lights are flickering.
Light just flickered, yeah. Through that thing was just going nuts a second ago until we walked in here.
Yeah.
What's it?
Oh, I forgot to grab it.
It said scratch.
Scratch?
Yeah. Can you touch another REM pod around here? You hear that?
What was it? I didn't hear it.
It's upstairs.
Light is flickering again. Where's the third REM pod set up?
On the stairs.
Okay.
What's that?
I don't know.
Heard some kind of this, like something against the brick over there, probably.
Yeah, it sounded
Like
like
it was in the drywall, it was the brick, I think.
It sounded, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You don't, and there's nothing above this side, hey? There's no extension of the house above this?
No, it's just the one extension, one floor. Yeah. Yeah.
That was loud.
That was upstairs.
Upstairs, go, go, go. Let's check it out.
Jordan, grab that light. Oh God, that's scary. Match. Can you touch this REM pod?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh fuck.
That was me.
Oh God, it's scary. Oh,
That was
REM. KT just went off again. Jordan, come up with the light.
I don't have a light.
Could you grab it off the, or
I can go grab it, yeah.
see, look at this.
Yeah.
You hold it to this and it'll go off. Right here, it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Should I walk around with this? Or?
Yeah. Yummy.
Okay. Go to the kitchen first.
Was this open earlier?
Yeah.
That was?
Okay.
Yes. So it doesn't get all stinky.
Oh, okay.
Just want to clear it up here. There would be no squatters or anything.
Here.
Here?
Wait. Nope, false alarm. Oh, fuck. Not going in there.
What happened?
What?
It just started blinking.
It started lighting up?
Yeah, further away, yeah.
Really? Here, I'm gonna
Pass
go
on
in.
that. That's all you meant.
That's something in the closet?
Whoa! Right underneath this hanger. Is somebody in here?
Jesus Christ.
That's creepy. Why would that go up in there? Is somebody in here with us? Oh my God, it just stopped.
Oh, I went back up again. Can you light it up to yellow?
That just goes dead. Chad, look.
Let's see.
It just went dead, yeah.
Oh. Why is there one hanger in there? That's creepy. I've never been up here, man.
Really?
One hanger like that? I don't know why.
Is there somebody in here?
Look up there, too.
Look
Look up there, like it's fucking...
Was there? We just asked if there's. That's the attic.
Is that an attic up
Yeah.
there? Oh.
Just asked if there's somebody in here. It just said yourself.
Yourself?
Yeah. Who else is in here? Why was it going off and now it's not? Look.
Are you telling me if I want, I can like try to crawl through up there?
You
and
can go
probably
up
get-
in there, yeah.
That's creepy as shit.
Yeah. Is somebody in here yourself? Now it's dead. Dead.
I think we gotta send
Look at
Chad-
this.
Hold on.
Oh, wait.
And it was pretty much dead the entire time.
Well, when he
we were
walked in, it was
upstairs.
just.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was just going.
Chad, okay, hold on. Okay, give it back to Chad and see if it like goes crazy again when he walks in.
When we go back in the closet.
He actually, Chad actually freaked out when he walked in.
I don't like that. And I don't like how there's an attic that I didn't know about.
Now it's not doing anything. Yeah, that's a little. That's weird. It was going off.
Yeah. It's weird how there's a random hanger up here. No one's lived up. Oh, it's going like crazy now.
Yeah,
it.
now it is.
I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense.
No, it likes this hanger, bro.
Hearing the banging coming from the second floor was the first thing that really grabbed our attention. We had heard little knocks and what sounded like footsteps coming from up there before this, but it was the first thing that kind of was, grabs your attention, like something saying, come up here. We ask that you pay attention to the sounds and the amount of times that we were drawn upstairs throughout the investigation. And we didn't know that, staying up there could be one of the best finds that we've, had on this channel. But we did start picking up on it at this moment, and I'm really happy we did. Oh my God.
Doesn't it? I've actually never gone there.
You're gonna take the light. That's terrifying.
There used to be a light right here, but not anymore.
Ours?
Ours?
Yeah,
Just as he started walking in there?
Should we get REM pods? Should we get REM pods and set up, sitting here and listen to see if they go off?
Yeah.
Okay, here. You hang on to this. Chad, you hang on to that. I'm just gonna, throw that on the ground.
What if, we put a REM pod in here.
We put a REM pod in each side, and we just wait for a minute and see.
And you know what? I'm also thinking motion balls. We'll sit here, we'll put motion balls around us.
Are they downstairs in the basement?
There might be.
Okay, I'll be right back. We'll just listen.
See?
Yeah.
You grab a seat.
Okay. If anybody's here that was at the house party, can you light off one of the REM pods? Or why would you be here anyway? Oh, this is quiet too.
Ooh.
Oh, this is quiet too.
Ooh.
Was that the one?
Was that a
behind
noise?
me? Was that the one?
That was that. That was the K2.
Yeah,
That was the K2, yeah.
That was the K2. That was creepy.
Yeah.
I was not even expecting that. It just
No.
felt so quiet.
Why would that go off? Can you do that again?
Right by the door, eh?
Yeah.
There's another noise. You hear that
I
shit?
heard that. Other room, living room.
You think that's from downstairs in the living room?
No, like right down the hall, like upstairs here.
Oh. Thing is, I really want to go over there and like chase it, but I also feel like we got all the equipment set up in here.
Yeah.
And like, if you really want to come in here.
So do you guys see ghosts as like intelligent beings like us, just ghosts, and then they could choose to go like?
Yeah.
So
100%. Jaden. We sat up there in the dark for at least an hour, probably a little bit over an hour, and we didn't get much, but there were a couple of things that happened in the direction of the closet. But you know, it wasn't anything really significant, so we were gonna go back down to the main area downstairs to continue investigation, and we were met with a very angry reaction to that. It seemed like something once again was trying to keep us upstairs, but we didn't know, and we really didn't have any idea of what we were supposed to find up there.
Did you hear that?
Is the camera picking that up?
I don't know.
Because I can hear it really clearly. Hear that? Hear that?
Was that in here or up there?
It sounded...
What?
around here somewhere, like maybe just.
I thought it was from the hallway.
Yeah.
Put that REM pod in the closet here.
Yeah. Well, that's where it seems to be kind of centered around this closet.
What's it?
Oh!
Sorry to go off.
Noise. Whoa!
Oh my god. Sorry to go off.
Noise. Whoa!
Oh my god. This went off just 2 seconds before that, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just went off as soon as I put it down. Who is that?
My battery's draining. My
your
battery
battery
just
almost
went
dead
drop
already?
3. Yeah, well, just dropped 3 bars.
Really?
Yeah, this closet's weird, hey?
Yeah.
Who is it? Can you tell me who you are?
Is See, you know what's weird is how much we're moving around and these balls will not go up.
Yeah.
They just... Josh?
Josh, it says Josh.
Can you tell me who you are?
Josh.
We started realizing there was going to be a little bit more to uncover here, especially in the two small attic doors on the second level bedroom. So in an attempt to cover as much ground as we could in the house at this time, we decided to split up. Jordan was going to be in the bathroom on the main floor. We did test in the basement bathroom where Jessica did see the figure in the mirror, but we didn't get a lot of activity down there throughout the night, and we did hear sounds coming from the main floor bathroom. So in an attempt to kind of recreate that, Jordan was going to be in that bathroom by himself with a REM pod to see if he could capture what Jessica had seen or even heard or felt. I was going to be downstairs in the cold storage room, and the reason I was going to be in the basement in general was because Chad's sister had stayed the night before this house party even happened, you know, right when he got the house, and she refused to sleep downstairs. Now, whether that's because there's a crawl space right beside the bed down there, I don't know, but something just didn't sit well with her being down there for the night. And Chad was gonna be upstairs. Obviously, his first real kind of paranormal experience was walking into that closet with the K2 meter, and it freaked him out. So obviously, with that and the door being slammed shut right there, we wanted to put the skeptic in the scariest spot of the house so far. So Jordan's in the bathroom, I'm downstairs, and Chad's upstairs. Okay. Ready? I haven't even stepped in here yet. You're still here. Can you let me know again? Thank you. All right. Are you touching that? You are? Can you let us know why you were wandering around the party?
It's almost gonna go. Oh.
Oh, sorry. I don't mean to startle you. I'm just gonna set this K2 meter beside you. If you want, you could touch that as well.
Oh shit. Who's there?
Okay, what the fuck?
I'd just really like to understand you a little more. Can you make a noise to let me know you're inside here in this room with me?
What the fuck?
Does it bother you that there's a new owner here, Chad?
Whoa. Are you in the bathroom right now with me? Whoa. As I got closer, it stopped. Can you show yourself in the mirror like you did? You showed yourself to Chad's friend? Jessica? Okay, what the fuck? Like, fuck off.
My name is Johnny, though. Can you tell me your name? I know that. Holy fuck! Oh my god. There's a REM pod going on. Did you hear that?
You heard that too from the basement?
Yeah.
Please, can you knock? Can you say something? Can you do something? Oh my god. Holy fuck, I'm scared. His REM pod is going off up here too.
It's been going on.
And I thought I heard it from
It's
upstairs.
been going on for 2 minutes.
Holy shit. Did you hear that scream?
Yeah.
It sounded like, at first it sounded like it was coming from inside the room that I was in.
Nothing's been freaking out for 3 minutes.
From the closet from earlier.
Yeah.
We thought the activity was centered around the closet. And I had heard it come from the closet. Or I listened to it upstairs.
I was in the whole.
Where did you hear the
Really?
scream from?
I was hiding in the closet, and then nothing's been going on for 3 minutes.
Where did you hear the scream coming from?
I don't know, outside the door, downstairs, like not this floor.
Where did you hear it?
I thought I heard it come from upstairs.
Upstairs?
And I immediately thought that I
Mine sounded like it came from in the room I was in.
Really?
Yeah.
Too, yeah, like that's.
No, like the scream sounded like it was in
Oh,
the room
yeah.
where I was. It sounded like it came from behind me and it freaked the fuck out of me.
Mine wasn't in the closet, it was outside somewhere.
And you know what's fucked up? It was only after I heard the scream that I heard this REM pod start going off like this.
Oh, you wanna hear something crazy? My temperature gauge was going off.
Really?
The whole time. Just
My
beep,
REM-
beep, 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 beep.
My
Like
REM pod was going on and off in the bathroom.
yours is still going off, isn't it?
I just hear this one right now.
Oh man, my heart's going. Jesus. And then when I start, look at this.
Oh, we got KT action too.